And we're back. Welcome to the first solo Treehouse session where we talk one-on-one with creators in the indie community, indie comic community. And we have with us the very first guest is actually the man himself, Brose.
Thanks for having me, man. The camera is all sorts of wonky right now.
No, you look great, man. We're actually
There we go.
recording in full 1080p. I just upgraded this morning, so
Thank you.
that. But and probably the title of this video is going to be is that Brose, would you consider? I would consider yourself. I think many others would the most beloved man in indie comics
Oh,
currently.
that's
In
a
the indie comics crowdfunding community.
that's a mixed bag.
But no, a lot of people like you. A lot of people love you. What is it about you that you would say that and how did you obtain such a position?
I have no idea. Is it personality? Is it endearment? I don't know. You'd have to ask the chat. I can't really speak on my.
All right. Well, I'm sure they're gonna hopefully comment, but I want to know. I'm so curious to know why. What the draw? I mean, I do get it. I know. Of course, I've been on your shows and just in the chats and chatting away. I think it's your humor. You have a great sense of humor that you're able to take and give.
You have to in this environment. You need to not take yourself so seriously. You need to have a thick skin, because that chat. Oh my god.
Oh, for sure.
There's a stream right now that's still up there. If you read those comments, you'd be like, why is he how is he still alive?
Oh, well, it's good. It's good that you have that. I think it's good for other newer creators to hear that, in particular. I know for me, because I do pranks on. I consider myself a comedian first, so I do pranks on the street still. I do street interviews and stuff like that in New York City. And some people get really angry, some people don't like it, but some people do like it. You get a whole wide range of people who either like your humor or they don't. So I definitely get that, and I think it definitely helps when you're building something in a personality or a brand. So how did you get into comics? First of all, where are you right now? You are I believe, yeah. Where are you?
I'm in Texas, man.
You're in Texas. All right. I've been hearing lots of things about you being in South America. I just want to clear the record.
That's Juanito.
Juanito. Okay. And you're the other whole crew of the Comics Guey.
Oh, the Comics Guey guys. Yeah, we're actually launching our inaugural first stream tonight. In about another hour and a half, probably.
Oh, very cool. I can't wait to check that out. And I even said
I can't wait to see what we do with these guys, because it is, Brian is spearheading everything. He brought us all on board. I think we all mesh well because we're all doing something. As a collective unit, we're moving in a symbiotic way. It's just not one of us is lacking on one aspect. We're all doing something. We're all making comics. We're all content creators. If there's a weakness, somebody else in our group has that strength to level it up.
I agree, and me and Neff talk about it all the time. About building what we're doing here, all of us together, is building indie crowdfunding comics and raising it into an industry. And I think it's such an important part that you're now. I love people who think big and have big visions, and I think that's what Comics Guey is. I think it's a big vision, and you guys just have to execute. And
it's not just the industry as a whole, but we're expanding into other regions of the world.
100%.
Like Brian spoke about yesterday, there is a massive, there's a vacuum that needs to be, just swept out there. And I think for that hurricane that's about to wreck shop over there, because South America and a lot of Latin countries, there's a need for indie comics over there. They have manga, but they don't have Western comics. They don't have, the big two. They don't have IDW. They don't have Image or Top Cow or any of that stuff. No. They have manga, and manga's taking over the world overall. And I love manga. Manga is what inspired Cerebrum, but comics, we need to throw it out there more.
That's a great way to put it. And again, I do think what you're doing for the comics industry is huge, and there is a market for it. And I think it's gonna, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, B-Reels. I'm rooting for Comics Guey. And
thank you.
I want to move slightly towards Cerebrum that you mentioned. This is your first campaign, and when did you launch this?
This was launched on the 22nd of March. It was 2/2/22, and I needed that number, and I was like, that was an awesome launch day. The artist of the variant cover, Joan Sonntag, he said that you only launch your first campaign once. and I needed to have a cool day, cool date, cool spot, and I was like, we got Bancroft. We have everyone in the chat. It was an ecstatic moment. It was wild. I couldn't ask for a better launch day. We had like about over 130 people in the chat. I was like, wow, all of these people showed up, and when those backer numbers started pouring in, I was like,
I definitely felt that. I definitely felt that for this
I had to
one.
turn off the camera, man. I was getting hella misty eyed, and I was just like, it's because someone like me is not used to that sort of level of support. And when you're someone like me and you're getting all this support from people that don't really know you, but they like what you're putting out, that speaks volumes.
I agree, and it's great to see it, and it's great that the community was able to rally around you. But you also, it seems like you knew what you were doing before you launched. Something I didn't know. How did you plan your launch day?
It was all thanks to a document that was created by Rob Arnold, and I can't stress this enough. New creators need to look that document. It is extremely beneficial not only to newcomers but to previous crowdfunders out there. They need to look at this document and see where they might have fallen flat, or where they came up short. One of the biggest things that came out of that document was that you need to be on Twitter and you need to have a YouTube, because that's where the fans are. They're on YouTube. That's where they can get that's where they can essentially sniff you out. Whether or not they like you or not. Whether they can tolerate you. And I'm surprised that anyone can tolerate me. But I guess they're just there for the ribbing and all that. But I showed them Cerebrum along. I showed them various pages where we're at throughout the entirety of the campaign. They know that I was never going to launch without having all 60 pages of the pencils and inks done.
Yes.
So that was another thing that came into my arsenal. Is having that done, and I can't stress that enough. If you can have a lot, I mean, even you had your whole series completed, right?
Yes.
You mad lad.
I had 3 issues of Lost Magic already done, and I'm just waiting.
Oh my god!
That's why I had it ready at the beginning of this year. That's why we talked about the first one. I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to jump right in because I knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't know how. And then it caught fire. Kind of it really, the community came to support it. It was my first one. Of course, it had funded and overfunded, and it was great. It was a great moment. But it was one of those things you just have to jump in and do it. But I would say yes, but also what you're saying is even more important. Be prepared. I was not prepared. I almost half expected my first campaign to fail.
I've had 2 years of preparation.
Yes.
It was 6 months of actively being in the chat and a half of just solidly doing YouTube, and building up an audience and building, goodwill and trust within the community.
How long have you had your YouTube channel for? Did you start doing streams?
It was about 2 years that I was actively doing things, for the last 5 years of the whole thing popping off. I was just there lurking, and I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. Let me shoot my shot. Let me see what I can do with this. And then during that entire time, I was like, Cerebrum was born 5 years ago after I was watching Black Lagoon, which is an anime. It's a high octane, over the top, over violent anime, and I was like, this is what I want, and this would be super cool if this was in like some sort of sci-fi futuristic cyberpunk setting. And I was like, all right, what can I do? I started building the world. I started building the rules of the world and seeing how I can, manipulate this thing and that thing, see if they meshed well. And there was a lot of rewrites. It was about 3 rewrites until I had a place where I was comfortable. But at the same time, I was still, a bit insecure with the dialogue. So then I brought in Snuggie Jr., who's a proofreader. Then I brought in Joshua Pleck, who's the actual editor now. Who does Eudaimonia. Terrific book. The guy is a genius. Hit him up. He is way too smart.
We'll put his link on the description for sure. We'll put his link on there.
But man, dude,
That's, a lot of times it's born of, you have an idea, and like for me, it was Game of Thrones. I wanted to do that, right? I wanted to jump into a fantasy magical world, and I just, then it just, all these different ideas kind of came out of my head. And, just to backtrack to when you said you joined the YouTube community, I think of course, you've been a great addition, I think, to the indie comic community, of course, on YouTube in particular. And it's one that I also just started. It's 5 weeks. I think I just had my 5th or 6th show now. But I think, as we keep growing, it's just gonna keep getting better, and we'll grow together.
5 weeks?
I've been for 5 weeks, man.
Oh Dude, you're wild. 5 weeks. Oh my god.
But yeah, no, why? Is that good or bad? What do you mean?
Oh my god, I'm having a heart attack, dude. If I was like 5 weeks jumping into something, I was like, oh my god.
yeah, it's been wild. It's been wild. So I want to also, you talked about Cerebrum. I want to give you a chance, Brose. I need you to give me a heartfelt pitch. I want you to look me in the eyes.
Oh my god!
I don't want you to read.
No, you're not.
I don't want you to read this book. Here's the pitch. I'm not even kidding here. I will back your book right now, live on this stream, on the show.
God,
if I'll get the black box right here. I have it up. All you need to do, Brose, is tell me why I should back this book. Go. You'll get the full layout right now.
All right. So, in a city divided between the pure and the damaged, a desperate man descends into a world of crime, violence, and augmentation to save his brother's life. Even as the shadowy underworld consumes him, Anthony must find a way to uncover a secret that can change the balance of power forever.
All right, Brose. So why should I back this book right now?
Because this is a story unlike anything else in cyberpunk, in this genre. This is completely, I've studying cyberpunk for like the longest time through Necromancer, through what was that other one? Johnny Mnemonic, even things from like Cyberpunk 2077. I'm tired of the cliches. I decided to do something new with it. This is high octane ultra violence in cyberpunk that is vastly needed. It needed this. It needed that refinement. It needed to be redone, and I think I've done it from the various eyes that I've showed people. They're like, dude, you have something here. On top of that, this is going to be a long running series. I'm not stopping. I have a lot of planning going on in the future for this series, and
that was the passion I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big supporter of the community. I want everybody to know to back this book, Cerebrum. I think there's only 8 days left. Cerebrum #1 on Indiegogo. You can just it's pretty simple. I'll fill this out.
Oh my god! Don't dox yourself now.
No. I was about to say, let me not do that. I'll do it right.
Tell you something about what's also going in that black box, though.
Awesome. Yeah, those are the metal prints, right?
Metal prints.
I Juanito has one of those in there, I believe.
Oh yeah, this is the Juanito print right here.
Very cool.
It looks good. I'm telling you, man, these things look so much better in real life. The camera does not do it justice.
Oh, I agree. The same thing. I even have the way the light reflects off sometimes. In the metal.
Oh, is that your metal print?
Yep, that's the metal. It's a metal cover for Elixir. It's when
How do you do that?
He's lying in a pool of monster blood, and behind him is just is a monster with glowing. All you see is glowing blue eyes, and
this is like chromium or like full metal.
It's full metal. It's printed on.
Oh my god!
Metal. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Brose. We're upping the industry standard here. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about how to, if you have any questions on.
Dude, I was thinking about doing chromium at some point, man. I was like, maybe, but like now you're telling me metal.
Yeah, you got it. You got to keep on the very cutting edge, and even think further, like how to always bring new things to the market and even keep elevating the game. And again, that's something me and Neff are always just going back.
Platinum. We're going platinum. Somebody needs to figure out platinum, not just regular metal. Platinum, gold,
platinum, gold, all of it. Awesome, Brose. It was amazing having you on the show. Thanks for joining the Treehouse, hanging out. We wish you the best success on Cerebrum Volume 1, and keep doing what you're doing. I believe in you. I think so many other people believe in you. I think they need to see you, and they need to see your success, because I think that's what's going to motivate and inspire people to keep joining into the community. Anything you want to say as we Any last words?
Thank you for having me on. If you have it in your mind, if that story is still in there and it's gnawing at you, bring it to life. Don't give up. Bring it to life. No matter how hard. I mean, Cerebrum, as 5 years in the making, dude, it was a lot of decisions, a lot of tough decisions just to even make a page.
Yep.
This book was literally made and conceived through blood, sweat, and tears. So, make it happen.
Make it happen. There you have it. Thank you, Brose.